Welcome back, CoinOPS fans. This is Pixelfreak, just giving you a quick update on Forgotten Worlds Reborn 2 coming out to be released probably by the time you see this video. Just wanted to let you know that there are, it is the Reborn series. BP has really taken a liking to this original concept, going way back to the days of just walking around the arcade and that smoky, dingy, lovely mystique of the arcades that we all knew growing up. So just some highlights I'll show off briefly. If I can direct you to the Reborn video that I did previously, that's where I went into a lot of the effects that are completely customizable, how all the artwork shows based upon all of those. The majority of that is still intact here, so I'm not going to cover all that. Go back and watch the Reborn video and you'll see that, you know, the versus cabinets, the different scenes, etc. There are some differences here though that I want you to all see, and I just want to highlight those quickly, and then I'm going to show off some of the bezels because sometimes the names don't quite match what you thought you had in your head, or there's been a slight name change. And also I need to point out that in here, if you look, this on the left is what's coming out, Forgotten Worlds 2 Reborn. I just have up the first version so we can compare a little. Notice there's no themes folders. Themes have been separated out so that they're no longer in the advanced configs, so that you know where they are. Also, the reason that's done, organization. Second screen marquee support is now enabled. It was not enabled in the Forgotten Worlds Reborn first version. You'll notice there's 3 bats for each type, because there is, if you want crossfade, but then you want your marquee to be aspect correct or fit to screen, notice here fan art. For those of you that aren't in the know, fan art is user supplyable artwork. You drop it in the fan art directory under medium artwork. You can choose the size and how you want it to look, bring your own stuff, and it will be treated just like otherwise the marquees that are supplied. And just real quick, because most people like me need to visualize what's going on, I've got, I had an example here of somebody who has taken the time to actually add their own fan art. And look at how beautiful that is. 2 large monitors, gameplay on the right, on the left side, instead of just the skinny marquees, because he's using a full screen monitor. Added his own fan art. I think it just looks absolutely spectacular. So that support is now built in as well. Thanks to Resolid for providing all of that. Now, with respect to what else is going on, original Reborn had 382 arcade games, more content, more artwork, more beautiful touches. Forgotten Worlds 2 Reborn has 643 games now. That means all the full cabinets had to be added in because of that beautiful large and small cabinet theme that everybody has come to love with the smoke rolling in the background. Or you can turn it off, watch the first video. You can see how highly customizable all this beautiful artwork is. There are also more bezels included. In Forgotten Worlds Reborn, there were only, let's take a look if I'm already forgetting, there was Legendary Day, Legendary Night, and Modern, okay? In the second, there are 6 now. There are Artistic, Realistic, Legendary Day, Legendary Night, Legendary Dusk. Full screen no art has been renamed from Modern. Those are the speakers on the side with no artwork. Artistic are what you're familiar seeing in collections or the player builds, the non-legendary original bezels. Okay, realistic are the ones where in the vert games you will actually get the brick wall behind you, get the cabinet side walls, so it feels like you're looking actually in a cabinet. And I'll zip through those a little bit here, and I'll zip through those 6 as well. So some of the main changes or additions are significant increase in the content, bringing it up to 643 games. All right. Otherwise, you've still got the beautiful addition of the music in the background. The default night mode starts up. Look at how fast this is. And that's just the 75 favorites. Same favorites functions at work. Start button toggles them on and off. You can clear them out back to 0 if you use the bat. Favorites clear. All right. I'm not going to sit and go through all the themes. Again, those are in the first video. But folks, understand, more content, more bezels. The themes directories are separated out. Support for second screen and fan art. The rest of this is going to be me just getting a couple of quick fades of showing you the differences of the 6 bezels that are now included and expanded. These are artistic bezels. Like player and collections, the largest viewable playing area for the player. The edges are not overlapped. Nothing will get into your screen, your viewable area in the artistic. A vert game in artistic bezels. Modern bezels. They're also called full screen no art in Forgotten Worlds 2. These are just to simplify, but also notice that you get in the vert game, it's like the realistic bezels, which we'll go over. You get the arcade wall behind, and it's like you're playing in a cabinet with the shading because there'd be a marquee over your head. Vignette around the edge to give some depth. We'll look at a horizontal game so you see the difference. Notice there's no room for cabinet walls or the back arcade wall, but you still have the stylish modern speakers on the side, no artwork. Very simplistic, sleek. Now we're looking at the legendary bezels in a vert game. This is day, full bright, no vignette around the edges. This is just bezels, not mode. If you do mode, that is a combination of multiple effects at the same time. If you do day mode, that will give you day bezels, that will give you glass effects, and standard scan lines, no extra bloom effect. So this is legendary day in vert, legendary day in horizontal. All the aesthetics from the cabinet itself, instruction cards when available, beautiful artwork, sometimes overlapping. Now we're getting into the legendary Dusk, brand new version. This will also be in Legends 4. Just slightly darkened. Gives a nice touch where the bezels are not overpowering the screen itself. A nice balance between the full dark and the bright day. That's a vert. And now we're looking at a horizontal game. Legendary Dusk. Legendary Night. You've got the darker vignette around the edges, muting down even more. Legendary Night, horizontal. It's hard to choose between the Dusk and the Night. I think I'm a big fan of the Dusk. They all look fantastic. But I think the nice blend of the Dusk, which is a brand new feature, really hits the balance just right. But your mileage may vary. We like what we like. Finally, we're in the realistic. This is a vert game, so there's enough room to do the extra side effects there. The cabinet walls on the side, the darkened vignette around. You see the arcade brick wall behind. So this is the realistic, as though you're in a realistic cab. Vert game. However, keep in mind, horizontal games don't quite have enough room to get all that extra in there. So in the realistic, the cabinet walls and the brick wall behind are not included. It's much more of the artistic theme, even though this is the realistic, and that's the horizontal games only. Not trying to pull a switcheroo on you. As always, if you have any questions, join the CoinOPS Project Discord. Ask after you've read the fact, done some searching, and we will be happy to help you out there the best we can. All right. We'll see you on the CoinOPS Project Discord server and enjoy Forgotten Worlds 2 Reborn.